When Sam
This is not a photo.
Samsung released its latest folding phone, the Galaxy Z Fold 7, in July, some said the era of the folding smartphone had arrived.
If you are in the market for a foldable, this is a really, really good buy.
You guys know I'm an Apple girly, but this phone is literally making me so excited to learn new things and go into a whole nother world. And honestly, Z Fold 7, you are perfect.
We just had our launch of our Galaxy Fold 7 and Galaxy Flip 7, and the demand has been incredible. We broke pre-order records with our Fold device, for example, and I think it's really showing that consumers are gravitating towards that foldable form factor. We've built in more and more innovation to where these are now mainstream devices that consumers are opting for over traditional bar-type phones.
This next generation of folding phones entered the market in 2018 with the release of the Royal Flex Pi, followed in 2019 by Samsung Galaxy Fold. Google followed with the Pixel Fold. Motorola revived the Razr. Chinese brands like Huawei and Xiaomi pushed designs to be thinner and lighter. Even Nokia has re-entered the flip phone space, adding modern features like apps. Now, Apple is reportedly expected to join the foldable race in 2026.
This is not a new idea that Apple might do it, but it seems like they're closer than ever to actually making it happen. The plan is for them to do this in fall of 2026 and have their answer to it.
But even with more brands in the game, foldables are still far from mainstream.
At the moment, there's very little reasons for
In 1961, the photojournalist Eve Arnold documented a Nation of Islam event in part led by Malcolm X in Washington, D.C., promoting Black power and liberation. The series is beautiful, including not only photographs of Malcolm X, but also of the crowd. And among these incredible pictures, there's this one. 3 white men stand out in the front row of a crowd of black people, but what makes them stand out isn't only the fact that they're white, but more importantly, the fact that they were Nazis. Both the Nazis and the Nation of Islam believed that black and white people couldn't coexist, though the Nazis believed so because of their belief in white supremacy, while the Nation of Islam believed so because they thought white institutions would never let them fully integrate. So both had similar aims, but for very different reasons. But in any case, George Lincoln Rockwell, the man in the middle of this picture, admired the Nation of Islam and particularly its leader, Elijah Muhammad, who he called a black Hitler. That was meant as a compliment. When I raised the camera to photograph Rockwell and his men, he hissed at me, "I'll make a bar of soap out of you." I hissed back, "As long as it isn't a lampshade," and kept on photographing. I think it's very important to underline Eve Arnold's courage for taking pictures in such events. Perhaps because she was Jewish or white, she finished photographing a Harlem Nation of Islam event with a dozen burn marks on the back of her clothes from men putting out their cigarettes on her. George Lincoln Rockwell founded the American Nazi Party in 1959. He hated communists, Jews, black people, and queer people. He's also the man who coined the expression white power. In 1964, he was invited to speak at the University of Michigan, and such invitation sparked controversy. It wasn't the first time that he'd speak at other universities and do debates. Many people wondered how responsible it was to invite a Nazi on campus. Some believed that, though Rockwell has the right to his opinion, a university shouldn't give him the legitimacy of an invitation given how dangerous Nazi ideas are. Some believed in the marketplace of ideas, and that if Rockwell's ideas didn't make sense, they'd be simply ignored. Rockwell himself believed that, or at least used that belief to his advantage. Others answered that Rockwell didn't appeal to reason, but to emotion, as fascists do, and that his ideas in the marketplace of ideas endangered the very existence of that marketplace. Despite protests, both before and during the event, the speech was given on October 13th, 1964. For posterity, it was recorded, and I listened to all of it. It's incredibly relevant for today's context, though, as you may imagine from a 1964 Nazi, he didn't have to hide his racism. There's the conspiracies, the critique of how black people are portrayed too nicely in movies, talking about how weak and soft Americans are now, saying that queer people want to outlaw heterosexual sex and that they should be run out of the country, saying that white people are the true victims of hate in America in 1964. And finally, he complains about being punched in another university campus. Anyway, if you're interested in listening to the speech, it's like about an hour long. I'll put in the description of the video. If I forget, which I might, just write a comment. I read all my comments, as you know, so I'll be reminded and then I'll link it in the description. But yeah, you've been warned. It's, as you may imagine, it's extremely violent, it's racist and bigoted.
Now, you were in the laundromat at the time of the shooting. Did you hear the shots?
Yes, sir. I heard the shots and footsteps when he ran back across the building, and saw Mr. Rockwell fall out of his car on the passenger side of the street. Yeah. And 2 shots had been fired through the windshield, and we went out almost immediately, and he was dead almost immediately.
3 years later, Rockwell was assassinated, shot by his former colleague. Now, was that a good thing? I'd much rather live in a world where these kinds of murders don't happen. But as John Lindsay, New York City's mayor at the time, said about the murder, violence breeds violence. I've been meaning to make a long-form video on political violence, but I've also been meaning to make a video on fascism, and I've been wanting to do that for months. So I'll make this short. Americans, from Trump's assassination attempt to later completely unrelated news, have used the term political violence to simply talk about overt interpersonal violence which have political aims. But what if someone who has the influence that Rockwell had used that influence to, for example, call for running queer people out of this country? Or what if they spread the Great Replacement theory, trying to make white people fear that they'll become a minority, turning them against people of color? Or what if They say that Muslims want to import values into the West that seek to destabilize our civilization. What if he advocated to force women who have been raped to stay pregnant? Those are all incredibly violent positions which by themselves don't have that many consequences, but spread from a powerful and influential fascist are, if you are to take a consequentialist approach, much.
For most people to replace their phones. So the reason to upgrade, it needs to be something that is really...
Well, we start in the world of tech, where we're well used to huge numbers and super rich tycoons, but today we're on track for a new record, even by those lofty standards. Veteran tech boss Larry Ellison, founder and top shareholder of software giant Oracle, has seen his net worth soar by $70 billion in one day. You heard that right. That's after Oracle reported surging revenues after the Wall Street bell, driven by AI demand for cloud computing. Mr. Ellison now has a net worth of $364 billion, according to Bloomberg's Billionaires Index, after the biggest one-day jump in wealth ever recorded.
About 2 months ago, robots were slow. But all that is changing really fast. Today, we're seeing robots that don't just walk. They run, jump, dance. They're even willing to approach people wearing leather jackets, something even humans struggle with. And they manage to accomplish all of this with a degree of naturalness that deceives the human eye. In this video, we're going to attempt to bring you up to date on everything you should know about robots that behave like humans, without any of the overly complex and esoteric terms that muddy the waters. I mean, honestly, what even is a convolutional neural network? Shut up. How will the world look in a future where AI is no longer confined to your devices, but instead begins to interact with the world? What will the nexus of man and machine look like? The mechanical man, if you will. The mecha man. Zilla.
Our 2025 Film Jam winners have been announced.
Physics engines were historically developed for purely virtual purposes, used for such sublime, world-altering pursuits as video games. If you know this channel, then you're likely already familiar with NVIDIA's PhysX. The thing is, this cutting-edge technology has paved the way for training the robots of today. That's because, upon partnering with other research labs, NVIDIA managed to craft a physics engine so accurate that it could actually be applied to real-world simulations. PhysX is...
Ooh, real-world simulation? Oh, simulate this dick in your mouth. The fuck?
A deadly drive-through robot, an out-of-control AI waiter, and a top-secret prototype gone rogue. Deactivate! We all know AI is going to take over the world, but I wanted to see how real people...
Right over here. Technologically advanced boba restaurant. And these are humanoid bots, leased from the Pentagon. I don't ask questions. If I do, I get fired. We still have a couple kinks we need to work out. Good news, though, our delicious boba is on the house. Right over here, I'll be right up.
Now, if the cashier looked familiar, that's because he's actually YouTuber. Danny Mullen, there
what?
he is.
No
yeah,
way,
baby.
dude, Danny Mullen, I love... Never fucking heard of Danny
Why
Mullen.
is this kitchen so filthy?
This is not my kitchen. Okay. I could actually destroy you with a touch of the finger, but I won't.
I can destroy this restaurant with one call to the health department.
I hate YouTubers now, dude. They're all so fucking fake. Ugh.
Trying to get people to sign a petition. We were trying to move 5,000 black people in Divider.
No, we don't want to sign no paperwork that you moving no in here.
What did you just say?
They don't allow it.
We're gonna prank America's most racist town, Vidor, Texas. For decades, Vidor was a sundown town and home to the KKK.
This was considered a headquarters town for the Klan.
And today, there are still racist events in Vidor that help keep its terrible reputation alive, as thousands of posts online warn black people not to visit the town.
Do not go to Vidor, Texas.
The black know not to stop here in this town. I love it.
Despite this, the city claims they're not racist anymore.
We love everybody. We're not the same Vidor that people think we are. And I would say to the people that don't think that to be necessarily true, come visit our city. You'll see exactly who we are.
So that's exactly our plan. We're doing multiple tests in Vidor to see if it's actually racist, and ending with a prank on the entire town. But before going to Vidor, we stopped in the nearby city of Beaumont.
We're 10 minutes away from Vidor. We're gonna ask some people here what Vidor's actually like.
Do you have any opinions on Vidor, Texas?
Oh, they racist. You go to Vidor, man, after dark, you might not come back.
They may hassle you and all that.
You have a sign, don't let the sun go down your ass.
Do you guys ever like go to Vidor, like hang out?
Oh, hell no.
You don't even stop and get food out there.
If you go to Vidor, they will kill you, literally.
Dead ass. You don't need to go.
We've learned a lot. I think it's time we go to Vidor.
We're spending 4 days undercover in Vidor, along with our friends Zopal, Amr, and Cameron, and will accidentally become the most hated people in town. To start, this first prank
could end racism here if it was real. The town is actually almost entirely white still to this day. So we're going to go around.
And after this video, they also, I mean, I would imagine they probably took some like white people, like a white girl or something, and put her in the hood, right? And they titled it, "We Pranked America's Most Dangerous Hood." This one's called "We Pranked America's Most Racist Town." I'm just curious if they did that. It's called the Unity Project, right? So, did they also do one where they took like a little white girl to like the most dangerous ghetto in America? I wonder if they did that as well. I'll check their channel after the video.
Around with a petition to try to move 5,000 black people here.
We're gonna try to get 10 signatures.
That's life-changing.
Yeah.
This could actually end racism.
And we're doing this as our fake group,
The Unity Project, Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh,
we're trying
to...
This is a petition here. We're trying to get 5,000 black people to move to the city, okay?
We're trying to move in 5,000 black people into Vidor.
And we're also trying to get a George Floyd statue built.
We're hoping to make this place kind of like the next Atlanta.
So would you be interested in signing at all?
Sure. People are welcome without a petition. We're not racist over here.
Where'd you get that?
Yeah, what?
That smile.
Boy, go on.
Boy. We're off to a pretty good start, actually. I don't think there's anybody in this. One problem that we're having is all these stores are just completely empty.
There's only a few big stores in Vidor, one of which is Walmart. However, Brady and myself are actually banned from every Walmart in the world. So we sent Zopal and Amr inside to get signatures, but after getting a couple, things went very wrong.
It's just like free housing for like struggling like black people.
I'm not signing anything.
Are you sure you don't want to sign this?
No, I'm positive I'm not signing it.
Okay.
Ask y'all to leave.
This somehow got the cops called.
Bro, we're gonna get banned. Call Brady and get us out of here. We need an extra.
It's the first day and the cops are already after us.
We slowly got more signatures, but it wasn't easy.
And we're trying to get 5,000 black people to move into Vidor by 2027.
Man, I don't sign nothing, man. Okay.
Would you be in?
Same here, man. And you have no permission to take my picture, okay?
That's not a real camera, though. Just to be clear, like, if people don't sign this petition, that obviously doesn't mean they're racist. There's literally 10,000 people in this town. You know, why would they want to add 5,000 more? We're exaggerating these pranks, you know, just seeing how people react.
I don't care if they move in, but I'm not signing a petition.
Didn't we do this about 20 years ago?
I don't know.
What happened 20 years ago?
In 1994, Vidor tried moving in a few black families for the first time, but they were not welcomed and moved out shortly after.
It was called I just want my shoes solid.
It was part of that fear generated because of the activities of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes, sir.
The town claims it's changed since the 90s, but we'll see just how much.
Hi. We're trying to get people to sign a petition.
What for?
We were trying to move 5,000 black people into Vidor.
No, we don't want to sign no paperwork that you moving no in here.
What did you just say?
We don't do that.
Why not?
Don't do what?
Because they don't allow it.
Can I ask them? We're trying to move in 5,000 black people into Vider if you guys would be interested.
I ain't interested.
Oh, why not?
I just ain't interested to sign no damn petition.
We spent like 50 black-owned businesses to open up here, so it'd be like, great for the economy.
They have their black community.
And you guys have yours?
Yeah, we have ours.
You said you guys.
Well, I'm black.
I don't care if you're yellow.
Why y'all come to Vider, Texas, trying to move in people?
Because it's like a primarily white
I
town.
don't care if you yellow.
Yeah, it's fully white, and we're proud of it. You need to go back wherever you come from.
Oh. Do you need help?
Cue the horror movie sound effect. And we're proud of it. Death.
In your car, we have a mechanic.
Now I am a mechanic.
That's a mechanic. He could help with the car. I can help.
I'm a mechanic too. I don't need no help.
I'm a black mechanic, though.
I'm a white mechanic though.
Sir, I think you might need gas, because our Black Lives Matter mobile, it always breaks down.
I'm joking, right? Yeah. I'm not in no good mood, man.
Oh, you're not?
Black, white thing, man, they don't cut it with me, dog. Move around.
Oh, sorry. We'll just head back to the Black Lives Matter mobile.
Here, y'all's asses back to where the y'all come from. Make these people killed around here.
All right.
Go back where the y'all come from.
Okay.
Ready to get out of here.
You yellow.
We were about to leave, so me and Zopal was in the car, and it was just them, and then Zopal came out at the end.
I was literally waiting. I was like, this is gonna be so perfect. That was insane.
After our first of many racist encounters, we spent—
What a bunch of fucking douchebags. Like, you go to a town specifically to agitate, act shocked when these 70-plus-year-olds, small-town Texans, expressed a little bit of racism. You go to the America's quote-unquote most racist town. Like, oh, shut up. Quit clutching your pearls. What a bunch of fucking chodes.
the next hour.
And this guy's got a fucked up hairline, and I'm saying that, okay? I know I don't got a hairline, right? But, like, this Asian guy's fucked. His hair is fucked.
Getting signatures until we finally had 10.
I'm kind of surprised that we had 10 people sign this. They're willing to create change and wanting to create
Bro,
change.
just
and that's
shave
good.
it off at that point, dog. Just shave it off. Commit. What is this?
Community Project will return later when we try selling woke items at a local flea market and also prank the entire town. But for now, we want to go more undercover and talk to locals without an obvious camera or wearing BLM shirts.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna do private, like you're gonna hidden camera. That's really yeah. I'm not gonna watch this. Fine, I'm disliking it. Fuck this shit. Douchebags. Oh my gosh, they said something racist. Like, I'm quote unquote woke, and I think you guys are being pussies. Like, shut the fuck up. It's like motherfuckers pretend like they don't understand what how reality works just for the clip. Like, how many normies really are out there? How many people are actually, like, dumbass, ignorant to the world normies? Like, I swear, like, I feel like we're surrounded by them. What a fucking bitch. There's this guy I want you guys to see on Twitter. I think I unfollowed him. I didn't mean to, though. Still walking. He's like been taking these pictures. I wonder if it'll pop up. Here it is. This guy named Breeza. His Twitter is @Briscoe Park, which is funny because Briscoe Park is Georgia. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I'm sure there's other Briscoe Parks, but I want to show you this. Maybe this would be worth a video. Maybe I could film a video on this. But he's been like going for this walk for like ages, and he's uploading YouTube videos as well. I want you to see this, but here, I'll just full screen it. I don't know why I'm not full screening it. Let me close out of any porn I've got looked up on Twitter. Yep. Okay, there we go. Alright. Look at this. Can you see my screen? Yeah, you can. So this is the guy's, like, pictures. Like, he's... I don't like where my camera's at. Can I move this? Why does it not grab everything? Bro. Hold on one sec. Okay. Nothing is working right for me today. I'm having one of those days where it's like nothing works right. Like yesterday, I had life by the horns, and I killed it at the gym. I got an amazing chest and tricep workout. I got a solid, like if you go to the gym, if you've ever gone to the gym, you know what I'm talking about, where you go to the gym some days and you like leave and you feel like you're like, oh yeah, that was a good workout. And then other days you'll leave the gym, you'll feel like shit, like you didn't do anything. Like you could have even worked out hard, but you just feel like you didn't really do much. I got a great workout yesterday. It was one of those good ones. And I went to church. And I went out to have Mediterranean. I had some really, really delicious food. I'd never been there before, but I was going to go to church, and then my mother and father-in-law, I actually called my father-in-law as I was pulling up in the driveway after the gym, and I was like, hey, do you guys want to, go to church with me? I'm going to go at like 10. And they were like, we're actually going to go at that time. You want us to pick you up? And I'm like, oh, shit. Well, I got to take a shower real quick, yada, yada. He's like, all right, yeah, we'll be there about 1:45. I'm like, all right, cool. And then they ended up picking me up. So Aubrey slept in because her schedule's a little bit different than mine right now. But I ended up just going with my in-laws, just me and the in-laws, without Aubrey. And we went to church, and then they when we were leaving church, they offered to take me to Mediterranean, to this place downtown in Wichita I'd never been to. And apparently they had really good shawarma. And so they took me there, and it was really, really good. The service was fantastic. The owner, I presume, was super sweet to me. It was a great, 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 great day. I got a really good stream. I had a fun time streaming, other than the irritating people, of course. It was just like a really nice day. And then today, it's just been kind of like meh, like, it's been fine. Like, I still got my routine. I woke up, I took a shower and everything. I got dressed. I feel good. But, like, I just, yeah, anyway. Yeah. It's just how life is, right? Some days are good. Some days are not so good. They're not, like, not bad, but they're just not as, fun as the day before. Like, it's fine. But this guy takes really good pictures. I love how he works with, like, the lighting. There are so many people that pick up a camera and think that they're a photographer just because they get their first DSLR camera and they think that they're fucking, like, they're going to be, like, the next big hit in photography, as if we don't have enough. It's like photographers are a dime a dozen. Photography is a field much like music, as a whole, unfortunately. But where it's like there's just so many artists and there's so many people that, like, you get, like, you get on... Like, look, art is art, right? Art is subjective. I'm not shitting on you. Just because you're not successful doesn't mean you're a great artist. Obviously, it's not what I'm saying. Like, I don't have tons of streams, but I still make good music. That's not, like, the thing that makes you good or not. I'm just saying, like, there's so many people that pick up a camera and think that they're going to be, like, a professional photographer. You have to, like, really know... It's not just taking pictures as photography. Like, photography is not just taking pictures. Like, there's a lot of, like, but also with art there's no rules. But anyway, I'm rambling, but this guy's photography is really cool, and it stands out to me, and I like it, and it makes me feel like he's doing something a bit different, which is cool. And he's been going on these walks. And, pretty sure he's in the Shadow Realm. It's not AI. If anyone's wondering, it's not AI. So that's interesting. Photos I took in the South. I mean, this looks like something out of Red Dead Redemption 2. Pretty cool. Yeah, like playing the drums, exactly. It's harder than you think. You don't just like bang drums. Like, you have to, like, there's like an art form to it, Not everyone that picks up a fucking thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, I want to be a photographer. It's like, bro, you know what I mean? Whatever. Good luck. Like, I'm not saying don't pursue your dreams, but I'm saying like you don't just like pick up a camera and become a photographer. It's interesting. This guy's really good at photography. Like, can we be real? Look at this picture. Let me go on screen share so y'all can't see my camera. Look at this, man. So something to know about me is I'm a massive, massive, massive fucking sucker for fog. I would love, and I mean this so much, like you guys have no idea how serious I'm being. I would love to live in a town where we had fog like half the year. If not more. Like thick fog. I like fog. Like I like deep thick fog outside. I like when it looks scary. I love fog. I've loved fog all my life. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, this photography. Photos I took at 3 a.m., he said. Like, look at that, dude. Look at that. Look at that. It's fucking awesome, man. But he's been going on this walk. This picture is amazing. I love that picture. He's going places like what the hell is this? Like, where do you even find that? You know what I'm saying? Where do you even find this? There needs to be a horror movie filmed like this. Like, a la... Hey, Bloody Black Metal. You know, you can leave, by the way. If you're yawning and you're, like, tired... You know how, like, corny you seem when you're in a live stream on YouTube and you're going, yawn, in the live chat? Do you know how autistic you come across? Like, how deep on the spectrum you look? You know you can just click the fuck off, right? You don't have to watch the stream. Cornball. The fuck? Yeah, it's just like, this guy's been doing this stuff, though. Wait, David... Oh, he did pass away, didn't he? That reminds me. I still need to watch Twin Peaks. Has anyone watched Twin Peaks? Oh boy. I'm in a group chat with all my friends from home, and I'm like looking at all of them talk about sports, and I'm just like, bro, who the fuck unironically like gets off on sports these days? Like, oh god. Ugh. Hey man, did you see the Cardinals basketballs game? Like, yeah, dude, that was a crazy photo finish. Like, bro. Like, good for you. Like, you're enjoying life. I'm not knocking that, but it's just like so lame, bro. Sports are lame. Oh, these are cool. Wow. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? That's crazy. That's crazy. I think she's standing on something. Because you can see some pixelation here that you can't see here or here. You see the black splotch. It's been edited out. Yeah. Looks cool though. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That's pretty sick, dude. Like, this is a dope picture. This is dope. It makes me want to play Fears to Fathom. I was thinking about playing Fears to Fathom today. But, you know what's crazy? Is that short film that I worked on for the VR chat film jam that I spent like like funny how many hours I spent working on it. And like really like not just like making the movie, but like the website, the soundtrack I wrote and produced myself, and the Foley, and like I did all the sound, like I did the whole thing, right? And I wrote the script, and I did this really cool. I had a whole vision, artistic vision, like a proper one. And I mean, the credits alone were epic. The credit sequence alone was like the best credit sequence of any of the submissions that I saw. And I saw that, well, okay, it's fine, but it didn't win. They announced the winners today, 10 teams out of 140 submissions. We watched like 80, my friends and I, like the team that I worked with, my friends in VR. I'm not joking. I promise you, I'm not being biased. I scored quite a few, like high. Like I kept a score of like, okay, this is an actual contender. This is like one that we should watch for, because I wanted to see if we actually had a chance. So I kept like an active evolving list. And of the 70 or 80, because like you could submit them via a Google Doc. So you could provide a link. And they said it could be unlisted or public. It's fine. But you put the link here, you fill in the little document, and you hit submit on Google Docs or whatever to VR chat. And I submitted, and so not submitted, but I submitted the video, our submission, our video submission. And then anyway, we watched like 80 of them that were public. We watched pretty much every single one that was publicly available, not unlisted, because you can't find them, right, unless they give you the link. So, and I would search on Google, I search on YouTube, you know, upload by I would search by by upload date. And they eventually even made a playlist for all the submissions before the winners were announced. And so we ended up watching like pretty much all that were publicly available to watch, to get kind of an idea of like how deep the competition really was. Because, you know, it's VR chat. You're going to have a lot of memers and a lot of goofy people just making a goofy thing. And I'm not joking. We probably counted of that 80 submissions, and I'm being serious and I'm not being a stickler, that these are submissions that didn't break the rules, because there were rules and there was a lot of them, like one, they had to be PG-13. And like, for instance, one short film had, like, we counted, it was so funny, we even counted it, like 70 fuck bombs. They said fuck, they said faggot, they said cunt, they said everything. I mean, they were dropping slurs. And so there were like, but it was like well edited. But like that obviously isn't gonna be up for consideration because it broke rules, like it wasn't PG-13. So anyway, of all the ones that we watched, I think that there were like 6 or 7 that were really competent. Like proper competent short films that kind of stood toe-to-toe with ours. Not really, but in a way. And I'm not even being biased. And so they announced the winners today, and ours didn't win. Our submission didn't win. And I find out that the judges are basically furries, like the majority of the judges. And so I look at the winning films, and it's all furries. Like almost all of them are furries, or like Japanese, and like the production quality is not the same as ours, and it's just so crazy, guys. It's so funny. Like, you have no idea how mad I am. I'm so mad I can't even bring myself to wear it on my face. I can just laugh and smile. It's so funny. And so I wrote them a few messages in their Discord server, and I left. I deleted all my previous messages, my amazing submission, of which I even created custom emojis for the Discord submission, because like where you could like post it in their server, they could add it to their playlist. I even custom drew and designed like 8 like well thought out emojis just for the Discord post, where I have like a little custom play button with, and it was all the same color palette as the poster. All the emojis had the same color palette, blue and like kind of amber orange to match the poster, and I made my Discord profile like an animated living poster of the short film, and I put in just so much effort and so much work, and across like 3-4 weeks, legit 3 or 4 weeks, like proper countless hours of editing and film and music production and writing songs. And I had furries steal, I will say it, steal, because I watched the winning submissions. I didn't watch them all. I skimmed through them. I clicked through each one. Like I click halfway and I clicked through a few, and some of them I already seen, and they were not that great. And it's just like really funny, you know, how much VR chat screwed me over here. Like, I'm not gonna bitch about it. I'm not gonna crash out. I may crash out at a later date, but right now I'm just like so, you know, like I just kind of have to not worry about it. So I went and got me some poke, and I just said fuck it, and you know what's funny? They didn't even put me in the. They didn't even put our film submission in the and there was quite a few of these, the honorable mentions. And the honorable mentions weren't even near the quality. Not even near the quality of our film. We followed every rule. We broke no rule. It was a great story. Overall, there was a total vision. I've been burned. This burned me. I'm not a sore loser. I know that maybe I'm not reading the live chat, but maybe a few of you are going to call me that. I promise you I'm not being a sore loser. Okay? I was not raised to be a sore loser. I am competitive. I'm very competitive, but it's just like, you know, you've been wronged. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt that way? Like discriminated against in a way? Not like race, but like, did you ever feel like you were like being left out of something? It could be sports, it could be like a friend group going to do something, or like something, and you just know that you were not done right. That's how I feel today. It's not right. I don't like VR chat as much anymore. You know? It soured me a little bit on VR chat. I worked very hard on this, and so did my friends, and it's just they did a great job voice acting, and you know, I promise you, I give you my word, I'm not being a sore loser. I clicked through the winning submissions, and something is amiss. Like I said from the beginning, I don't care if we lose. It just better be a thing where when I watch the winning submissions, I should be like, okay, I understand. I'm floored. Like, you don't even have to floor me. You don't even have to wow me. But like, if I can see that these are competent, and these are like that kind of S tier, like if you look at it like tiers, and like they followed the rules, they're in the time length, it's a solid film, fine. Fine, that's sure. 140 submissions, of course. You might not win. Totally get that. But just like the Gavin McInnes fight, you can roll your eyes if you want to. I've been cheated. I have been cheated. Completely separate of the Gavin fight. You can believe what you want. But this was wrong. And so I left my Discord groups. I left every server except my own. And I think I'm in like 4 Discord servers now, total. I deleted all my messages in that VR chat server, and I left it. I gave them a piece of my mind, and then I deleted those messages, and they were being smart ass. Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground.
Dang, you got beat up by gay furries and now crashing out into the median while eating a poke bowl with soylent green sauce.
Isn't that
Don't let
crazy?
your misery be your downfall and keep pushing forward.
I got cheated,
Like
man.
Humpty Dumpty, he had a great fall, but it doesn't mean the end.
I got cheated. I'm gonna be straight up. I have a direct problem right now with furries. They murdered Charlie Kirk. A lot of furries are either just like extremely autistic, violent people that have like mental health issues. Not all of them, but there's a lot. And I don't have a problem with you being autistic. No shit, obviously. I'm surrounded by autists, okay? My online family is comprised of autists. The majority. I'm like a babysitter, okay? And I love these people. I really do. I'm not even being a smartass. I really do. I love Patrick. You know. He's like my little brother. I've looked out for him. I helped him get a VR headset. Like I'm someone that tries to get people into VR. I made them custom emojis. This VR chat server that I was in. And they would explicitly ignore me. When a furry would type in the general chat after I would show them all these really cool custom made emojis I made for them, just to be nice, because I noticed that their server had no emojis. I went out of my way one morning, and they don't owe me a response. They don't owe me kindness. I'm not someone who does something and then like without being asked to do it. Like I'm not gonna like do a favor for you that you didn't ask me to do and then expect you to respond a certain way. But they're talking about trying to build a community over there, and I was trying to actually help the community out. And I made like a whole bunch of really cool emojis, like really cool. I'm not joking. I make high quality shit. Y'all know. By the way, today I hit over 100,000 downloads on emoji.gg. And I think I'm in the top 1,000 of all emoji creators. So I make emojis people like. And so I made them some custom ones, and I put them in their chat, and they ignore me. The furries talk to each other, but they won't talk to me. I tagged the admin, nothing. And then, you know, Cameron, the editor, our friend Cameron, Pink Wizard Cameron, he would type not long after, and he would say something to the admin, and they would respond to him. So they were explicitly ignoring me. And I submitted the short film. So I really genuinely feel discriminated against. Now, I'm not saying based on race. Not every form of, when you use discriminate, it's most often associated with like race. But you can use it for, different reasons. But I started to feel singled out. I was like, who did I fucking hurt? I don't know what I did. And so I just stopped caring, and I stopped bothering. And I told him that before I left the server, and I deleted all those messages too, though. I just made sure, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to speak my mind, and I'm going to leave. Because, Meemaw raised me, and I don't mince words with people. I let you know how I feel. And so, yeah. It's just crazy, man. Like, I really don't fucking like furries right now. Like, legitimately don't like furries. They're everywhere on Discord. They're everywhere on fucking VR. I'm so tired of seeing these fucking man children. These man children that wear diapers and shit themselves in fursuits, mascot costumes, thinking that they're anthropomorphic dogs. Like, dude, get a fucking grip on reality. If Russia or China wanted to invade America or like go to war in like 30 years, because in like 20 or 30 years it's going to be like 99% of people are going to be autistic, like people being born, and there's going to be so many furries and just twinks. Do you think society is going to be able to defend itself when the majority of our youth are twinks and furries. You're fucking nuts. America is lost. So. I'm surrounded by dumb people. I've accepted that. You can think of me as narcissistic. You can think of me as stupid, but when I tell you I genuinely believe that I'm smarter than like all of you, you have no idea how serious I'm being. Not a character. I walk around every day surrounded by like people I genuinely see as NPCs. I'm not saying it to be cringe. Like people that are totally in their own little weird bubbles that are like over obsessing about some sports bullshit or a boxing match. Like, I think it's just, I see the furries and just the copious amounts of cringe on like Discord and Discord communities. I see old YouTubers coming, like being exposed as like pedophiles, and I'm just like, everyone is so nasty and weird, and it's like, and it's funny, I've been historically one of the most bullied people on the platform, and like I genuinely think I'm sharper than everybody. It's so weird. And when I try to socialize with people and be kind to people that are like intellectually so beneath me, and I try to be nice, genuinely nice, not looking for anything in return, I'm the one who gets ignored. They give me the antisocial treatment when I'm like trying to be cool and help them out. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm sure my live chat will be full of degenerates and self-important cringe. I think we all just see things differently. So let's, whatever. Anyway, these are really cool pictures. Yeah, I don't even know where he took these pictures. Like, where the fuck do you even take this at? Where's this even taken at? It's crazy. Like, that looks like a ghost ship. It's really cool. Like, this guy is an artist. The furries that were, like, all over that server, these are not artists, okay? Completely different. This is art. This is really cool. This is really, like, you go out there and you, like, find these really cool shots. Then you have to edit and post-process and, do all the coloring if you need to do that. And it's not just, like, take picture, upload. It's really cool. I love that ship one. But yeah, if you guys want to check this guy out on Twitter, or whatever Elon calls it this week, it's Briscoe Park, B-R-I-S, Briscoe, C-O-E, Park. Briscoe Park. B-R-I-S-C-O-E. Can I say someone who I think is one of the smarter people that I've come across on Discord? And I'm being totally unironic right now. This is someone who I think is like not all the way up there, but like this is someone who I genuinely don't consider like an NPC, is Captain Based Pants. I want to show them some genuine love right now. I'm just thinking about this guy. I'm not reading the chat. Captain Base Pants is one of the people in the Discord server who is just like, when I talk to him, I feel like I'm talking to a human being. Like a person with their own mind, and they're not like just manipulated constantly by their algorithms, and like they're not just like, it's just, because I talk to so many people on Discord and I feel like I'm talking to walls. different color walls, but they're walls. There's nothing really there. There's no real feedback. There's nothing of value they're offering me conversationally. There's no there are so many people in my community, and I love everybody, but like so many of you guys, I will talk to you and I get nothing of value from you in terms of conversation. You as a human are incredibly valuable. I'm not saying that you're not valuable, but like conversationally, when I talk to you, there is nothing interesting there. There's no interesting, unique thought. Nothing of your own thought. Like you didn't come up with the thought yourself. I know. Like you'll just repost memes. You'll say the same insults. It's just a lot of people are like the same person. Captain Basepants is one of the very rare few of a handful or so, 2 handfuls maybe, of people that I've met where I'm talking to an individual. They're an individual. I don't see them as just a part of a mass of just white noise, you know. There's so much just same shit, you know. It's crazy. Shout out to CBP. $201 though. I'll just say that. That's all I'm gonna say. But shout out. Where is this? This is so creepy, bro. What the fuck? I thought that was the creepy part. And then like you turn and it's like the Addams Manor. Like the Addams, it's like Casper. It's crazy. Dude, okay, can I just say something? How many of you would go there and sleep there overnight? Drop a 111 in the live chat if you would sleep in there overnight. Fuck, dude. Would you sleep there? Would you sleep there for free? Okay, 000 if you'd sleep there for free. Okay. 011 if you'd need money to sleep there. If you'd had to get paid. Or no, 000. Yeah. 000 if you sleep there for totally free. 011 if you'd sleep there, but you had to get paid. It's confusing. I don't know why the numbers I chose, but I would never. Fuck that. There's got to be like mold in there or something. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Alright, what are the chances we're going to see a pentagram in this place? What do y'all think out of 100%? Why is it every abandoned building, every single time you watch a video on YouTube, every single time there's like a graffiti, motherfuckers just can't help themselves. They gotta like spray paint a pentagram somewhere. They're so nasty and they're so unoriginal. Fuck that shit. It's disgusting. Yeah, I wouldn't want to breathe in the stuff, like all the dust and shit. I wouldn't want to sleep in there. Nah, fuck that. Who goes in a place like this in the middle of the night? In the middle of the night, there's no lights. This is a horror film, dude. Like, what the fuck was that? Was that a bat? What was that in the room? Look. Watch in the room. What is that? Is that a bat right there? Watch it fly across. It's gotta be a bat, right? That's a bat. Yeah, that's a bat, 100%. The number would have to be very high. Yeah, for sure. It would have to be very high. I wouldn't trust the stairs. You see that little tear right there? I would not trust these stairs, dude. Is he gonna go up them? There's a hole in the floor right below you. Why wouldn't you point the camera down there? What? Oh, what? Dude, it's so creepy. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. No shot. I'll tell you what, those doors are probably expensive. If you take the doors and you clean them up and like, you know, you like fix them and stuff. If they're not rotted or like, you know, termite infested. Those old doors go for a lot of money, guys. I'm not joking. Look it up if you don't believe me. Old doors. They're like made from a nice wood. Go for a lot. Antique. Yeah, because people... Yeah, exactly, RR. So, vandals destroy... I'll let it keep playing. There are people that are vandals. There are people that cannot create, and so they destroy. You know? Because it's easy to destroy something. It's much harder to make something. An artist had to make this building. But then a normie came in and was like, oh, what can I do? I'm just gonna break stuff. You know, because they're fucking losers. They're lame. It's hard to create things, man. Hey, pissed off citizens. Stop being racist in my live chat. Before I didn't think that... Listen. Stop being racist in the live chat. Don't be racist towards white people in my live chat. Bro, you better be careful. Fuck that. I'd be terrified. Wow. Oh yeah, because that's not, you know, fucking terrifying. First of all, that looks like a chair. That looks creepy. Why is that hole in the middle there? Is that for shitting and pissing? Or is that for getting ate out? Ladies, you know what I mean. Is that one of those chairs? Is that a queening chair? That's creepy. That's creepy. That's like a weird sex chair. It's like a queening chair. That's what those are called. It's either a queening chair or it's a fucking like a institute chair. I don't know. It's a weird chair. Also, look at all that dust flying around. Look at the dust. There's so much dust in there. What in the fuck, dude? Dude, that's... Yeah, you gotta tear that down, probably. Ugh. Appreciate it, pissed off guy. Why would you put yourself in a position like this, man? It's crazy. Oh, I was about to say, that was a mirror, dude. Get the fuck out of there. It's a window. I would not want to be in this building. I would not want to be in like I feel like I got a cough watching this because of all the dust in the video. Yeah, it's just more walking through. I get it. Can we bring back spiral staircases, please? Like, they're so cool. What happened to the whimsy? What happened to the whimsy, man? We've lost our whimsy. Have you ever seen like a movie theater in like the 80s or the 90s? Or the 2000s? Like, remember how movie theaters and like video stores used to look? Like the whimsical kind of like all the cool props and stuff in the interior. Like, look what they tried to do to, for a recent example, look at what they tried to do to Cracker Barrel. Look what, like, the lesbian CEO or whatever CEO, the fucking woke one, look at what she tried to do to Cracker Barrel. They want to suck out all the personality. Even down to, like, internet, like, icons and stuff. You know, I used to be a fan of minimalism and, like, flat art. I feel like everything's just so boring now. Yeah, exactly. Boring. Thank you, Perry. That's the word I was looking for. Exactly. Thank you. Everything just seems so boring now. The design of, like, icons and just everything, buildings, like they made all the Taco Bell. Remember when Taco Bell buildings or Pizza Hut buildings used to look cool? I mean, I know why they don't do it anymore, because, you know, the company owns the land beneath it, and then if they want to sell the property, it's going to be hard to sell a property with like a Taco Bell building on it. But if you make all the Taco Bell and Pizza Hut buildings look normal and plain, then it could be any business, you know, which I get from a business standpoint, but it just makes the streets look more boring. And how cars used to be all more colorful. Now every car is like gray. Gray and black. Even our car, you know, it's like a bright silver. Like, everything is just so fucking plain, bro. That's got to have an effect on the imagination of society. When the world around you, when you're a child, it looks one way. That's got to affect your mentality, like your mind. It's like suppressive. It like suppresses imagination in some ways, I feel like, as a society, on a societal level. You know, like, it's like some like Soviet communist. Like, I feel like it's a way. It's like one way. It's like a unique way to, not unique. That has like a positive connotation. It's like a way to suppress people. Yeah, there we go. RR in the chat. It's demoralizing. Thanks. That's a good way to put it. Exactly. It's demoralizing. It's on purpose. There's something going on, man. There's like a rot. Like the 60s were crazy. The 70s, the 80s even. And it's like the 90s and 2000s. And like even that had cool shit. But like, I don't know. It's like recently, the last couple decades. Like, I don't know. Something's off. There's like no, like the imagination, the spirit of imagination. Like the color has been desaturated some. You agree with me? 111 if you agree with me. That like the color of society, like pardon the metaphor here, I'm not trying to be too deep metaphorically, but like the color of society, and interpret that however you want to, has been like desaturated a little bit. Maybe not entirely, But like, didn't things used to seem a little bit more colorful, so to speak? Like, and that's not nostalgia. Things used to be a bit more colorful. Like, remember even like YouTube videos of like the new iPhone, it's gonna be invisible and shit, and like, you know, Frutiger Arrow or whatever, like the way we used to like imagine the future was like super colorful and like glassy and glossy and shiny and like awesome. And now it's like much more, it seems much more glib and much more just kind of like everyone's like a bit more apathetic, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like less saturated. I don't know, man. It's fucking boring though. It's not that it's fucking boring, but it's like, it's just not, I don't know, man. Something's off. Like, even down to the spiral staircases. Look at the way this house was designed. Like, look at that, dude. Look at that. Look at a building like that. Look at how cool it looks. And then look at, like, normal houses you see when you go outside in, like, a neighborhood. They all look the same. They're all cookie cutter. They're like cardboard boxes. They're made of something that'll just blow away by a tornado. No proper actual brick. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Now we got furries. People getting shot in the neck for expressing their opinions and shit. And then you have like thousands of people like celebrating online. Americans. Thousands of Americans openly celebrating online. Americans celebrating over someone getting shot in the throat and murdered in front of their family because they didn't like what they said. Crazy. Yeah, we used to make cool shit. I don't know what happened, but you know, something changed. But yeah, we used to make really cool stuff though. I feel like we're seeing the fall of ancient Rome right now, like before our eyes. Like we're like in the remnants of an empire. You know, America was an empire, and it's like we're like, you know, Rome. They were having like orgies and shit, and like just getting drunk on their own success, and like literally drunk on like wine and gluttony, and just having shit houses just to take shits together and like go eat more. And they got you know, of course, the Rome became, you know, the influence of Rome became like the Catholic Church, but so the remnants of the empire still exist, but it is not the same, obviously. You know, but you still have the Vatican, but which is essentially like kind of like a new Rome or whatever, the remnants of it. Seems like America is kind of reaching that point of like the fall of like America as a society. It's weird. I wonder what's gonna go down in our lifetime. Probably gonna be some interesting shit. Look at this, man. Like, look at this. How do you even like? It's crazy. Look at that, man. Look at that. I just feel like this artwork deserves to be shared. Like, this looks like a poster for a horror movie. That looks like a poster for a horror movie. No question. Like an A24 horror movie. No way. No way. With the red light in the church like that, bro. No way, dude. Like, look at that. Look at that, man. This is really cool photography. It's so crazy. This is a really good photographer. This guy's brilliant. This guy is a really good photographer. Like, it's not just all, like, gothic-looking shit. Like, this guy is good, man. Look at that. Oh, boy. A corn maze and a pumpkin patch. Okay, why is the scarecrow a redhead? That seems a little offensive. That's so creepy. It's crazy. This looks like an unfinished map from an obscure late 90s game that's still hidden in the code, but won't be found until 2019 by some small YouTube channel. Yeah, like the photos he finds, they're like from like some like alternate reality. You know what I mean? Like, look at that, dude. Dude, imagine walking through this place at night with fog in here. And you see like eyes peeking. Like they're just owls, but they're like glowing or something. From like a treetop. Like, could you imagine with all the, look at the huge rocks and the roots and the moss and just the ceiling of tree branches. That's so cool, man. They should film at places like this location for the new Harry Potter series, for like the Lost Forest or the Dark Forest. Dude, it'd be so cool. Creepy. No fucking way. By the way, I saw that movie Weapons. I didn't say it, but I was thinking, like, when I saw the little dolls nailed to the trees, I was like thinking like a witch or something. Speaking of witches, though, I saw the movie. Well, let me not spoil anything. Whatever. I'm just gonna say this. I was really excited for the movie Weapons. It got glowing reviews across the board. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. A little overrated, okay? People are kind of blowing the hype up a bit out of proportion with it. It's like, it's not a 10 out of 10. It's a good movie. It's a fine movie. Entertaining. I like that it wasn't like a typical this kind of story or this kind of movie. I don't want to say anything to spoil it because it's still kind of relatively new. But I won't ban someone if they spoil it in the live chat. Please don't. But if you do, whatever. I don't care. But like, I like what they did with it. But like, everyone's talking about how it's like the best horror movie or the best. I'm like, it's like kind of. I don't want to call it mid, but it comes to mind. Like, it wasn't even scary. First of all, the creepiest part of the movie, easily, is the Asian guy's eyes. The Asian dude's eyes in the one shot. Very creepy. But other than that, it's like, whatever. You know? Like, it's not even that scary of a movie. These pictures are scary. These pictures are scary. It's like some kind of horror version of Red Dead Redemption 2. This picture is insane. That is... it's crazy. Ugh. Suspiria. I still haven't I haven't seen Suspiria. Has anyone ever seen that movie? Suspiria? I haven't. I think I'm going to make a movie. I think I've just decided that I'm going to direct an actual film. I think I'm going to make a short film. Or like a movie. I might just make I'll probably do a short film. Let me just do a short film first. It's like a 10-15 minute short film. I think I'm going to make a short film. I've got multiple very nice cameras. I've got great lenses. I've got a lot of creative energy. And I realize now, after doing the VR chat short film, that I really get into I'm a big branding, marketing guy. I get really into the aesthetic of like coming up with the identity of a film outside of the film itself. Like, I love the idea of making a movie with like a cool title and like a cool story that's unique. And like the poster is like iconic looking. The artwork for it is iconic. Like, I would design the poster. I'd do the soundtrack. Just like I did with the short film, I would do the work for it. I'd edit it. I'd film it. I would edit it. I would do the poster artwork myself. I'd do the soundtrack, the entire soundtrack I would produce and write myself. Like, I love the idea of an overall vision. You know, it's someone's vision. Even if you don't like it, it's their vision. I think I'm going to do a short film. And I think I'm going to do a horror. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. When I say maybe, I'm talking about the genre. I don't have to decide that right now. But I've decided right now I want to do a short film. Because now I've proven that I can do one. It's a lot of work, but it's very fun. And I'm going to do it not for a contest that will be rigged blatantly. I'm going to do one for myself and for my YouTube channel for CopperCab that'll be uploaded for free for everyone to watch. I'm just going to make a short film. Anyway. That's creepy as fuck. Seeing a noose in the house. Fuck that. But I will link their Twitter in the live chat if any of you want to go and check them out. If you're on Twitter or X or whatever, you want to give them a follow, you can. It's like better than just the same fucking political commentators all the time, over and over, talking about, you know, oh, this happened, this tragedy. Like, I get it, you know what I mean? Like, all right. But if you want to, like, you know, or maybe you'll find someone cool through them. But I'll link it. And the off chance you want to give them a follow or check it out anyway, you don't have to follow them. That's their account there in the live chat. Anyway. It'd also be cool to do like a trilogy or like a group of movies where there's like 5 short films and they're all connected but they're different. Like, I like the idea of like a shared universe, which is, I know, is so overdone. But like, I like the idea of like 5 stories that are completely different stories, different people, but like in the background of the story or the movie, there's a poster. Like, say in the first movie, someone goes missing. Okay, and then in like the third movie, again completely separate film, nothing to do with the first. You see one of the person that went missing. You see one of their posters, just like in the background somewhere, on like a wall, or in a store, in a gas station. So it's like if you're like looking really closely, you'll oh. So it's not like a shared, but there's like references in each movie. It's not overdone. It's not like an eye roll thing. I like the idea of like them being shared, like a shared kind of universe. Like they're like all taking place at like the same time. These are different people's lives all taking place. You know, I don't know, something kind of interesting. But it's not like unique. That's not a unique idea, obviously. But like I like the idea. I like the idea of doing that. It's kind of cool. But it's not like something that you have to do. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Could just be Easter. Exactly, Easter eggs, as I was saying. It could just be Easter eggs. It doesn't have to be like a big thing. Not everything has to be the MCU. Okay. MCU is fun, or it was fun for a while. I saw they revealed Doctor Doom finally. They showed what he's probably gonna look like, which is like cool. I'm glad it's not just a green and Iron Man suit. Because Robert Downey Jr. That would have been whack. Maybe a short film about a murderous furry. Well, I guess you have those in real life, but it's not really a fiction. But kind of cool to do a short film. I don't know. What's cool too, I'll tell you what's cool too, is that you can use VR chat to do your short film. And you make the short film in VR chat first. And that acts like a storyboard. And so you can actually make the short film, edit it and everything. And then you can recreate that short film in real life. But you can use the VR chat platform like I did with my short film on VR chat, the Ghosted movie. You can actually use that as like a way to experiment and kind of get an idea of what you want. You can get it down. Like you can get it down without wasting time or energy or money or camera footage, you know. You can be like, all right, I know what I need now. I know what shots I'm looking for. I know what sets what kind of set design I need. Or whatever. Like you can like, you know, kind of cool. You can like use it as a tool to kind of expedite the, you know, make things smoother. But I want to make a short film. I have one idea for a project that I might just make this the short film. Actually, you know what? I might do this. I actually know what I'm gonna do. Do y'all want to know what I'm gonna do? Do y'all know what kind of short film I'm gonna make? Should I just tell you? Drop a 333 if I should. Should I just spoil it? I don't really give a shit, right? I don't really give a shit. I've had this idea for like 2 or 3 years now. I'm gonna do a short film. And I'm just gonna call it Mods. M-O-D-S. I'm gonna do a short film. And it's gonna be, it could be something that turns into a series. Because I always imagined it as like a web series. A la like The Guild back in the day. If anyone remembers The Guild, drop a 555 with Felicia Day. But I've had this idea for like, I think Reno 911 meets Discord moderators. Think Reno 911 like a cops parody, but instead of cops, it's mods. And it's just called Mods, M-O-D-S. And I get like a group of people like Photo Joe, myself, of course, a few other people that like look the part. You know, you can kind of like, and they have good you know, you can get good footage from them. Yeah, like Discord mods. That's exactly right. And I want to do a show or a short film. I'll make it I'll do a one-off first. A one-off short film. Like a 15-minute long skit almost. Like it's like a comedy short film. And I'm going to do an episode, like a pilot episode, basically, of Mods. And I've had this idea for like 2-3 years now. And I've talked to a few people in the live chat, probably about it in private on Discord. But I've talked to Chad about it, Giga Chat. I want to do a show called Mods, but I'll make that my short film, and I'll do all the branding and the poster. I'll do a whole cool thing for it, and I'll do a sound. I'll do an intro song and an outro credit song, and I'll make it a whole edited episode. I'll get because Photo Joe's got that really good camera that he set up for his little Photo Joe podcasting. So he's got good camera and he can get good quality. So what I'll do is I'll get interview shots, which is like in reality shows, you know, when the person in the scene, like it'll cut to a scene of them talking, sitting in a chair, and it's like really nice camera, like quality and everything, and they're like sitting there talking to the camera about what's going on in the scene. And so I told him, blah blah blah, you know. So I'm gonna do a whole thing. I'll get Joe. I'll get him to set his camera up in a nice spot and everything, and we'll look at some good spots to put his camera up and sit down. And we'll get a few different mods. I think like 3 or 4 mods. I'm gonna like do a casting call. I'm gonna like try to find the best mods. I need people like a Cameron Walker, like a Photo Joe. Like I need people that are like visually funny in a way, like Cameron Walker laying on his belly with his moobs out and shit, neck beard. Like you need someone that looks like a Discord mod, you know? It has a like Joe's got that unique voice. Hey, you know, he's got the lore pissing in it, you know. But I think the idea is making it. I want to make it real too. So I'll make them actual Discord mods, and they've got but like it'll be fiction. Like just like think how in Reno 911 you had these larger than life, insane individuals. They would get like the cops called on them, and they would have to like mediate these insane situations. You know, in Reno 911. Think that, but think like moderators for Discord. And so what you do is, it's going to be a mixture of, and I'm just telling you, it's going to be a mixture of screen recordings, like troll, you know, in videos when you see like trolling videos, like, oh, I trolled this voice chat, and like they screen record it. So it'll be screen recordings of the mods joining the calls and moderating, and you'll hear their voice. You won't see them visually, but you'll hear them. And then it'll be meetings. We'll have Discord mod meetings that'll be all, so they'll all be on they'll all be on camera. Or the Discord mods will join the call and be on camera, and the screen will be recorded. But then you'll have interview shots where they've got their nice tripod, like really nice Sony camera set up, and then you interview them, and I'm talking or something. And you'll do a few of that. Like I don't know, I'm figuring it out still, but I think it'll be mods. I think that'll be a short film. It'll be a comedy. It'll be a comedy. It'll be a comedy, I think. It'll be a comedy. It'll probably be a series, but I'm not gonna lock myself into some bullshit. Exactly, like The Office meets Discord. Exactly. Really, but like Reno 911 and it's a parody of Cops, but the vibe. Exactly. The vibe is like The Office, but for Discord. Exactly. Exactly. Like The Office, but Discord. Like Reno 911 or Cops, but Discord. It's like that. Exactly. I feel like that'd be, and a lot of people are on Discord. And hell, you know, or not hell, but heck, you know, Discord might even like it so much that they want to like do something with it. Imagine like imagine they end up doing like custom profile themes that people can buy. Like, you know, Discord, like the mods show. Like they end up wanting to do a brand deal or something. Like if it blew up, like not that it will, but you know what I mean. Like, oh wow, imagine that kind of thing. Yeah, appreciate the kind words, guys, in the live chat. It's very cool. Kind of like Clerks 1 and 2. Yeah, it's like mods instead of clerks. It's mods. Yeah. Mods that take their jobs way too seriously. Everyone loves to dunk on Discord mods. Everyone loves to bitch about the moderators. And so, like, these guys are going to be, like, try-hard fucking sweaties. You know, Discord mods, you know, like Reddit mods. That would be so funny. If we actually made it into a series and I didn't just do a short film, but I expanded it. Eventually, we have Reddit mods that are like, it's not just Discord mods. it expands outside of Discord mods to like Reddit mods, you know, and things like that. Twitch mods, YouTube mods, like live chat mods. It's like a whole thing, you know. They're different mods in their different communities, and they all got like a big ego about it. And they're all just like, they've got sticks in their ass. Like, would be so funny. Instead of the office, you can call it the server. That's a good name too. I was just gonna call it mods, but I like the server as well. Shout out to RR. Shout out to RR, double R in the live chat. I like the name the server as well. I'll probably just call it mods, but if I don't, I'll probably the server is a good one too. I like the server too. It kind of keeps it into one server though, but it still doesn't matter. It's a fun name. I like that idea. But yeah, even if I don't use it, I still like that idea. Some Zone Cat, you know, I really I'm not mad at you, but I've got like a real issue today with furries, bro. Like a real issue. That's gonna be one of the big. That's gonna be a storyline. There's gonna be a furry storyline for mods. There has to be. There has to be a furry. Has to. Oh, in a Discord. Oh, a kitten. Mods like the stereotype is hell, my little kitten. There's my little Discord kitten. Like, hey, like, there's gotta be like an e-girl that's like a total slut that gets favoritism from all the mods, even though she's like a bitch or something, and they just simp over her. There's gotta be like a bitchy, like no personality e-girl with like no personality, like comedic, like she's like so awful that it's funny, like terrible, so just a terrible person, but the mods are like just gooning. There's got to be a gooner storyline. Someone's jacking off in the voice chat on camera, and then and then like you have like several of the mods like you know, they like jump out of the interview chair and they go to their computer, like they like rush out. So there should be a multi-camera setup. There's the camera, like this one at their desk, like they like, and they go to click on, and then when they click into the voice chat, the camera switches from this scene to like the screen share, you know, scene where it's like it won't be like that, but it'll be like a whole thing, you know what I mean? Like it like cuts to like the voice chat, and they're in the voice chat on camera, and like the guy's jerking off or something, and it's like ginger ale or like Cameron Walker. What are you like, you know? And there's like a whole thing, and they're like gooning to like some crazy like anime or some crazy shit, and then like we of course will blur it out for the episode and stuff. Like there won't be any real nudity. But, like, there's, like, a lot you can do. Like, different storylines and shit. You can have, like, protests and shit. Oh, we've been raided. There's got to be an episode where the server gets raided by another server. And then the mods go to that other server, and then they meet the mods in that server. And those mods are, like, even douchier. And they're, like, they're, like, the recurring assholes. Like, if y'all ever watch the It's Always Sunny show, you know the guys that are, like, incest people that drink milk and they never take their fucking robes off, and they're always in their underwear and robes. I can't think of their name right now, but they're like the Team Rocket. They're the outsider. They're like the assholes that are like, they don't go here, like they don't go to this school, like, you know what I mean, kind of. They're like the people that everyone collectively hates, and they're not even funny. So the mods go over there, and there's like a server like war kind of. The McPoyles! Thank you, Some Zone Cat. There's like a McPoyle. They're the McPoyles. Like, they've got beef with the server and the mods or something. There's like some Discord drama. There's got to be a Discord drama storyline. There's so much you can do with a show like that. Like What We Do in the Shadows, with vampire. This would be like the Discord mod version. And it would be like the McPoyles. Like, these are moderators from another server that are just terrible. Like, fuck these people. Ugh. Maybe they give off creepy vibes. They're creepers or something. They're perverts or something. There's just something off about them. Maybe one of them's giving off kind of groomery vibes. Where it's like, you're a fucking weirdo. We need to call the cops on him. How old is that girl? They've gotta be real scumbags. Real monsters. I'm not trying to make light of something serious like that, but like how they do with the McPoyles with incest. There's gotta be something off about about that server or those mods. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that girl is not a one of the moderators should be the voice should sound like a young girl, a little too young. Obviously we wouldn't want to get an actual minor, but because I would want the show to be more adult, but someone who can sound younger so we're that's weird. It would be a funny they would be the McPoyles. They're icky. Yeah, they're icky. They're just very icky. Something very icky about them. They're sus. I feel like this could be a cool thing, and I have fun making the posters and artwork for it, and the branding and the title art. You don't just download a font. You actually draw the title card. It's called a title card. We gotta yeah, there could be a catfish episode. Someone gets catfished. They go on camera. The mods have to go in there and mediate it. They got to mediate the situation. Someone's been catfishing. It's oh, the imposter. Speaking of catfish, the ale imposter. Someone like that. That's an absurd situation. We still don't know who the fuck that is. They're gooning over Dust Bunny. All of that should be in an that's an episode. Trying to figure out who that is an episode. That's a whole storyline. This needs to be a show. But I can make this a short film. Yeah, it's got a ton of potential for an actual series, a web series. Mods. Be funny as fuck. You gotta have a fedora hat guy. You got to. And the guy who's does the interviews as the admin. I could. You come in okay, what are we doing? What's going on? I don't know if I would want that role. I feel I would need someone who can be more. I don't know. I feel it'd be fun to be a mod, but I can't do it. But anyway, yeah. You gotta find that. That's where you have to come into the casting angle. Everything is an art form, right? Everything is an art form. Even casting. There's a reason why Hollywood people have casting agents. Hollywood has them. That's a profession. You have to be able to cast to these parts right. Photo Joe, without question. If he's not a mod, he is 100% one of the people that gets up to no good, and the mods have to handle. Joe, with his look and his voice and his personality, no question, no question. Cameron Walker's another obvious one. Turbo's another obvious one. These are people that would appear on camera during the show at some point, either as villains or as people that are needing to be modded, moderated. The mods and the moddies. Are you a moddie or you're a mod? Should be an episode where we give the moderators each get and I've done this before in the server, but each moderator gets their own kind of personal assistant that they can bring on as their mod buddy, that can help them as a moderator. Their mod assistant, a junior detective. and then like one of them becomes like a real problem and like creates a lot of havoc or something as a moderator, and they abuse their mod powers, and then there's like a whole thing there, a fiasco. That'd be funny as fuck. I can see Satirus doing it too. That should be good. Or like Parker. Parker would be funny. His voice is funny. Parker and Dust Bunny and all that. Oh. So much fun. Fun ideas to spitball. Anyway, I'm going to hop off. You guys have a good day.